Hi everyone, it is Carol from Lily Rose Blue, and I have Astrid and Arnold, and I have Amber, and excuse me, the triplets, Angel, Asa, and Adam. They are going back in their corral. So today is Friday, Good Friday, actually, May 29th. Excuse me. I know people have been talking about spring allergies. Mine hit with force yesterday. So and I know it isn't my voice is not normal. It is all about the allergies. Now we are supposed to get not only rain tonight, but a storm, even potentially some hail. So we need the rain. We are actually in a bit of a drought here, which is not a typical thing that happens in Iowa, to be honest with you. So, excuse me, we did not have enough snowfall. I am looking for my chapstick. Ah, I see it fell off here. Yeah, we did not get enough rain or snow to help with the drought. I have not seen the rivers as low here as they are now. So, while I don't really want a storm, especially, if it potentially is tornadic, which, by the way, Sunday is the year anniversary of that tornado that we had here locally that I shared with you all. So, yeah, I really don't want a tornado. I really don't want hail, but we need the rain. Excuse me. I so apologize. I will be clearing my throat from time to time because now I'm going to cough. I am so sorry, you guys. I thought I would be okay. So, you guys know my story. You guys know my MO, as they say. I needed to go to Aldi. I also needed gas. So first, there's a whole commercial area. Like I've said, a mile and a half from my house. And we've got Costco there, which is where I went to get gas. There's Aldi and Walmart, and our mall is down a little ways from there, and a whole bunch of fast food places. Goodwill, of course, you've heard me talk about Goodwill, and Stuff, which is a consignment store that I go to from time to time, and Stuff is very close to Costco, and that is where I get gas because it is cheaper. Now, you should have saw the line, or the lines, I should say, of cars trying to get gas tonight. But I stayed in line because you guys, if you've seen my video, you know that I traveled for work yesterday, and I used a lot of gas. So I really did need to get some more. Oh, so sorry, guys. So sorry. So I went to get gas. Then I went to Stuff. Then I did the roundabout. And I went like this, went to Goodwill, and came right back and went to Aldi, and then came home. Oh, I lie. I went back around the roundabout because I wanted a steak and shake cheeseburger tonight. My husband is out with friends watching the NCAA tournament. So, yeah, that was my treat to myself, whether I should have eaten that or not. So I went to Stuff. I got two things at Stuff. The first one was this book called Porches. It's not very big. It is by Wynn Weldon, WYNNWHELDON, because I know my voice is making it hard to understand. Look at this picture. Oh, is there not a... Well, that is interesting. I don't see a copyright. Copyright or... Oh, here we go. The ISBN at... Oh, and there's one about barns. I'm going to have to look that up. The ISBN is 046... No. Oh, my goodness, guys. ISBN 07641-5582-2. The one about barns, just because I'm here, is 07641-5581-4. And I am absolutely going to Google that and look that up. So, look at this gorgeousness. Look, guys. Oh, my gosh. I love porches. I don't have one on my home. Look at that Victorian with the hydrangeas. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry guys. That looks like it's in the south. Oh, Margaret Mitchell. Oh no, that's not quite. This is quotes about porches. That almost looks like it could be in San Francisco. That looks like a southern home. And see, I love this too. The chip paint, I don't care. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Oh, how adorable is that? Look at those ladies drinking lemonade with their enamel bowl here and peeling apples. Oh my goodness. I love that. Oh, that's cool too. Wow. Oh man. Love it. So my plan, there is no way I could pick which pictures to keep and which ones not to keep. So I'm going to make this into a junk journal. I think I'm going to make it a ring junk journal, add some pages and embellishments, and have a journal. Oh, look at that with the flag. Oh my goodness. This reminds me, my dad was an only child. My mom only had one sister. So neither side of my family, you know, we're not a big family. My aunt and her husband, my Aunt Bill, yes, her name was Mabel Idabel. And from the moment she was born and her dad held her for the first time, he called her Bill, and it stuck. So I have an Aunt Bill. So Aunt Bill and Uncle Forey, his real name is Forrest, lived on they were farmers and had this beautiful, a somewhat similar home out in the country in Van Buren County, Iowa, which means nothing to you guys, but it's a good hour, probably, well, maybe an hour and a half from here. I mean, it's the next tier of counties would be the last tier of counties in Iowa, and then you're in Missouri. Excuse me. So, this picture reminded me of their house, and I loved their house. It was huge, first of all. It was also cold upstairs, but I just loved being on the farm, and, you know, I used to wish I was a farm girl, and my aunt had a piano that I loved to play. Yeah. Oh, look at that with the snow flying. Look at the country store. Aww. This reminds me of the architecture in DC. Look at that house. That house needs a coat of paint, and it's missing some porch rails, and yeah. This is just super cool. Oh, nothing's better than a rocking chair on a porch, guys. Wow. I'm so sorry about the coughing. I think the fact that I'm talking is what's making it worse. Oh, wow. I'm not sure this tells you where these porches are, though. Yeah, is that Monticello? Almost looks like it could be Monticello, George Washington's home. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Most likely I am. Oh, wow. Oh, look at all that rickrack. Wow. Can you imagine painting this porch? No way. Oh, look at the lady sitting on her porch in the rocking chair reading. That's what I want. Okay, so this to me, I'm gonna use the hashtag Bolo Books here because I love this. So we'll see if I can get this to work like I want it to. And then at stuff, there was this box, and it said Eatable Alphabet. So I opened it up, and it's a really substantial box. And I didn't even look to see. Yep, I think they are. They may or may not all be here. So I'm going to go like this. So kitchen activity cards for kids ages 2 and up. I got it. Oh, yeah. So A is missing. Maybe. Nope. It's just out of order. Here we go. So this is pretty thick, if you get the idea from the sound. So look, A is for avocado, and then it has a recipe. B, blueberries. C, cucumber. D, dill. E is egg. F is fish. G is grapefruit. H is honeydew. I is iceberg lettuce. J is jam. K is kiwi. L is lemon. M is mushroom. There's some mushies. N is noodles. One of my favorite things. O is orange. P is pepper. Q is quinoa. R is radishes. S, spinach. T, tomato. U, ugly fruit. V, vinegar. W, watermelon. X is mix. Y is yogurt. And Z is zucchini. So, how can you not love these cards, right? And they're so cleverly done. The way that they arrange, like the WVW. Look at how they did that watermelon. I just think that's very clever and cute. So I had to get these cards. I'll either use them in a cookbook journal or I don't know. I just may use them in a cookbook journal. Or who knows? I don't know that there's I don't think, I was going to say maybe I'd make this into a ring binder journal, but I don't think, like, look at the mushroom. I think it would go too much in the image. I don't know. I'll think about it. I will think about that. But my first thought was just in a cookbook journal. And boy, the box is substantial as well. And then, here's this book. Oops. Here we go. It's in pretty gosh darn good shape. It is... I'm so sorry. 13 1/4 inches tall by, we'll say 8.5 inches wide. And what, 2 inches? Oh, I was way off. I knew better than that. 2.5, 2 3/4 wide. I don't know. This is tall. Or I don't know. But anyway, little dirty on the inside, but that's, you know, or smudge there, but that's okay. And maybe I was, let's see. Okay. So this loads like this. This is a 4.5 or 4x6 photo album. But I saw it and I had some ideas. A couple. My first was, you know, and I don't have to use every single one of these sleeves, but this has potential. You could do lots of creative things. I'm going to not, excuse me, exactly say what I'm thinking yet, because I don't want to be embarrassed if it doesn't work. And actually, I wouldn't be embarrassed, and I would be transparent and tell you, hey, I had this idea, but it didn't work. I am still formulating. I have 2 or 3 things percolating in my old brain, and I'll just see. I'll just see how this goes. And I will keep you posted. The other thing that this could be used for, honestly, you'd have to be careful because it's opened on the sides instead of opening at the top. But you could, in theory, put some of your fussy cut images and things in here. In theory, right? Yeah. We'll see. But I was intrigued enough, and I think it was 99 cents. This is from Goodwill. The other 2 things are from Stuff. I had enough credit that I got this for free. So, yeah. I love the size of it. I guess the corner there's a little, but I got corners I can put on that. The size is what intrigued me, and the texture. And again, it's not in horrible shape by any means. So we'll see. We'll see what I can figure out to do. Oh yeah, as I'm sitting here playing with my nails, I got my nails done. This meeting yesterday was kind of a big deal. And I looked down Wednesday afternoon as I was working, and my nails were really grown out. Like as people say, it looked like chiclets were sitting on my nails. They were really grown out. The manicure itself was still looking really, really good, and I loved that color that I had on. But I decided it wasn't professional. So I as soon as work was over, ran to the nail place and had my nails done. Now, I thought this was going to be more, I was looking for the color. Be more peachy orange-ish, like this. This is Meg's. Like that color. Instead of this. Oh well. This is more neutral. I also, not this coming week, but the next week, I have to go to Bethesda for work. And I'm hoping the nails still look decent then. They should. They should. And it doesn't hurt to have a neutral color for that meeting either. I have to do a presentation at that meeting. So again, I guess I should dress for success, as they say, right? So I don't mind this color. It's just not exactly what I thought I was going to get. And I do miss my other color. I really, really liked that. I did. And I think, so this place I've gone to the last 2 times, the place I was going to before had to close for a family emergency, and I don't know if or when they're coming back. They were from Vietnam. This place is also a family-run nail salon, but it is just a little bit more commercial, if you know what I mean, instead of this mom and pop feel like I had at the other one. What I have found with this new place is that the colors are lighter than what they're like they have a book like this, right? That has all the different choices. The colors are lighter than what their examples show. So now I know. I suspected it before. Now I know. Yeah, and I wished I would have gotten the one that was a little bit darker, but oh well. This is still good. The other little, I know, I'm going to ramble here. The other little update about me, or what, whatever you want to say, is that my right elbow has been killing me. And I was going to look this up before I got on the video, and then I forgot to do it. So I have a disorder that makes my joints loose. And so sometimes I have joint pain, but more often, actually, it's muscle, ligament, tendon, muscle pain, because those muscles and ligaments and tendons are working so hard to keep that joint together, right? That they get sore and they get fatigued and can have micro tears and things like that. So I had been going to PT for my back, and then my elbow hurt, and so I told them about it. So they put me on a exercise regime for my elbow as well. And then I started to have pain running up from my elbow, up the whole back of my arm, and into my scapula, my shoulder blade. And it really felt like nerve pain. And I've had to have surgery once before for a impinged nerve in my shoulder, this same shoulder or same arm. And I wish there was another term for PTSD, because I think initially it was meant for our soldiers, and it probably should have stayed with that, and we should have come up with a different name for anxiety and memories and all kinds of things for other issues that people have. But we didn't. So we say PTSD, and I feel badly in some respects that I think it's overused or not used correctly. But in this case, how about I use the word anxiety? When I started to have that pain, and boy, did it hurt, and it hurt like nerve pain. If you've ever have nerve pain, you know exactly what I mean. It is like no pain you've ever had before. And so I was panicking, and I had anxiety, and I thought that I had a nerve impingement or nerve trapped in my elbow. So I got to go see the ortho doc today. Excuse me. And they did x-rays. X-rays were normal. He did an exam, and I have epicondylitis or epichondritis. And I was going to look up so I would say the right word, and I forgot to do it. I'm sure Carol from Crinkled Path knows exactly the right word. The good and the bad news, right, is that nothing's broken. It's not dislocated. But this disorder that I have, it's essentially tennis elbow, which, most of you have probably heard about that. It takes a long time to get better. And it is not a, upward graphing of getting better. It's this thing. And they basically warned me it could take months. So this has been pretty limiting to me. I can't pick up anything of weight at all with this right, and I'm right-handed. I can't put clothes on a hanger. I can't take clothes. We have 2 racks in our closet. I can't take things off the top rack with this arm. I can use scissors and I can chop vegetables, just not carrots. Those are too dense. But onions, peppers, things like that. I can't open a bottle of water. I can't twist the cap and get it on. Brushing my teeth with this arm is a no-go. What else? Plugging in my phone or unplugging my phone, the charging, that little charging area. No. So a lot of the pinching is a no-go. Oh gosh, there's a whole bunch of things. But it's hard to cook too. For instance, the other night, my husband had to work late and we were going to have spaghetti. Well, I couldn't really do it because I couldn't put the water in the pot and get the pot over to the stove, nor could I take the pot and drain it, put it in the strainer. So I had to wait till he got home, and we didn't eat that night until 8:30 at night. So it is limiting. Putting dishes away up above, I can bend over and take dishes out. But again, I can only do that with my left hand. I can't pick up a dish and I can't put it, above in the cupboard. Yeah, there's just a ton of things that I can't do. I am a little concerned about how am I going to travel with not being able to use this arm much. I can check my bag so I don't have to worry about rolling that around with me. But I've got a CPAP, and then, I'll have a bag because I'll have my laptop. And I'm short, so it's hard for me to put things in the bins anyway. So this has just not been a wonderful few weeks. It's hard to drive sometimes. Most of the time it's fine, but a sharp turn, I put my hand down here to steady the wheel, and then I'm turning with my left. Yeah, I know. It's been interesting, folks. It's been interesting. So, my daughter and her family will be flying back from Utah tomorrow to Minneapolis because they live in the Twin Cities. So, best wishes for them to get home safely. They've done they've done hiking, and they have sent some beautiful pictures. So they were at Bryce Canyon on Wednesday, and not Ledges, but the other state park there. on Monday. They've been swimming. They've done a lot of fun things. So that's good. We're just hanging out here, I think. And now I've probably bored you to tears, but I apologize if I have. You guys, please take care. Hit like, hit subscribe, comment. I love your comments. Always be safe. Have some fun. And again, take care. God bless and happy Easter. Bye-bye.